Welcome, welcome. Good afternoon. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Hawaii Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair tonight, this afternoon. We have an awesome lineup of institutions for you to hear from, but I first have a couple of housekeeping items for you all. First of all, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are turned off. There are more sessions after this, a whole nother hour of sessions after this for you to listen to. So if you enjoy this really fun format of hearing about multiple schools in a quick format, please sign up for more. This is being recorded this afternoon, so you will be able to play this back within 1 week at strivescan.com/Hawaii. And most of all, we know that you're going to have questions for our panelists, but because this is a webinar, you can't ask them like by turning on your microphone. So at the bottom of your screen, there's a Q&A portion where you can you can input your question and then type the name of the institution that you're directing your question to so that they know how to answer appropriately. This is a 6x6 program, which means that each college has just 6 minutes to tell you about their institution, and hopefully that you'll be more interested and take advantage of some other opportunities that they have to learn about their school. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Weber State University. Take it away, Scott, whenever you're ready.
Aloha, I'm Scott Teichert, Executive Director of Admissions here at Weber State University in the heart of Utah. We are 30 miles north of Salt Lake City, Utah, which is a direct flight right to Oahu. And we have about 26,000 students here on our campus. We're a public university, which is open enrollment. So what does that mean? It means that as long as you graduate from high school, you can be admitted to Weber State University and have a chance to pursue your degree here at the university with 26,000 other students. We are a full-on university, Division I. We compete in 16 men's and women's sports, from football to softball to volleyball, all sorts of sports that are going on here. But we also have 7 different colleges here at the university. We have everything from humanities to education, engineering, health professions, business, education, science, and some of our pre-professional programs as well as business. With our university our size, one of the questions is, well, why would you consider Utah to go to school? Well, definitely coming from the island, at least in Utah, you get 4 different seasons. So we're getting ready for spring, which is beautiful. We have snow-capped mountains. This is literally campus right behind me. We have snow-capped mountains, and there's a ski resort right behind us. And then in the summer, it gets hot and dry, and it's just a fun time to go out into the reservoirs and play in the water and do different things like that, from rock climbing to mountain biking, all sorts of things that way. And then, of course, in the fall, all the leaves change color. We start playing football, and it gets a lot of fun and a little bit crisp in the air. And then, of course, we get winter. And then during winter, you've got skiing, snowboarding, all of the winter sports that you can possibly think of. Our campus was host to some of the athletes during the 2002 Winter Olympics. And so some of our housing was actually where they hosted some of the hockey and curling events. And so that was kind of a fun thing for us here on campus here. We are an outdoor mecca, so anything that you want to do outdoors is a great place to start here at Weber State University. The other thing that you may want to consider as you're looking into colleges and universities is the affordability. How much is this going to cost you? At Weber State University, it's about $16,000 a year for out-of-state tuition, which is really comparable to what you'd be paying if you stayed on the island. But the better news is our in-state students pay about $6,000 a year. And with our generous scholarships, which are always a 4-year scholarship, you can get down to the equivalent of paying in-state tuition, so about $6,000 a year, as long as you have about a 3.0 GPA and a 23 on your ACT. So there's some great opportunities to pay for school and to have a great opportunity leaving the island, but coming into a public university where there's a lot of support services. Because we're open enrollment, we take students from all walks of life here at the university. We have about 1,200 students living right on campus. And so eating, living, sleeping, dreaming right here on campus. And then the rest of our students live in the surrounding area in kind of a real college town, if you will. So there's great opportunities to get involved that way. To get admitted to the university, you simply need to provide your high school transcripts and a $30 application fee. Then you're automatically considered for scholarships because your application for admissions is your scholarship application. And then we will get your finances all set up and taken care of that way. We would love to have you explore Weber State University. I kind of went through that super fast, but just about anything that you want to pursue, you can do it here at Weber State and have a great fun time doing it. If you're into the Four Seasons and you wanted just a different change of pace, we have a really strong Hawaiian community here in Utah. And so your family. And so that's kind of one of the nice things about Ogden, Utah. We're, like I said, we're about 30-40 minutes north of Salt Lake City, which is a major city that's comparable to Honolulu. And but yet we're a very safe place to go to school too. As far as affordability, it's one of the most affordable institutions in the West, and we're constantly praised for being one of our higher education, lower debt institutions in the West. And so that's a little bit about Weber State University. To find out more, please visit us at weber.edu, and we would love to tell you more about it. Thanks.
Thank you, Scott, to you and Weber State University. Audience, don't forget, you can put your questions in the Q&A box at any point. Type out your question and then make sure that you type the college or institution that you are directing your question to so they can answer appropriately. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Lycoming College.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so my name is Tori Smith. I'm an admissions counselor at Lycoming College. We are located in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, so a bit of a hike from Hawaii, but you know, if you want to make the trek. We also have all four seasons here, so lots of snow during the winter, very cold, which usually doesn't draw people, but people from warmer climates do like to venture over here for that. Also a great place to explore the outdoors. So yeah, and as I said, my name is Tori. I do work specifically with students from Hawaii and kind of the entire West Coast, so I would be your main point of contact. Obviously, we don't have a ton of time, so please do visit our website if you want to learn more after tonight. But yeah, I just want to kind of introduce you to us. So a little bit different. We're a small private liberal arts college. So we only have a total of 1,200 students enrolled at any given time. And all of our students do live on campus. So we're a fully residential college. We do have a few commuter students who live locally, but any student really coming from any further than 40 miles away is going to live on campus all 4 years. And we do get students from all over the place. We're really lucky that only half of our students come from within state. So we have students coming from all over the U.S. and even all over the globe. So we're really happy about that diversity and all the different types of students that we get. In terms of financial aid, 100% of our students do receive some sort of financial aid. All of our students receive a merit-based scholarship, and that is for all 4 years. Right now, they range anywhere from $18,000 to $30,000. So if you are admitted, you're guaranteed a $18,000 scholarship per year. So we're really, really fortunate that we have such a good endowment and we're able to offer that great financial aid so that we can, you know, make it a little bit more affordable for students. And as a private school, we don't have in-state and out-of-state tuition. We just have tuition. So you all would pay the same thing as somebody from Pennsylvania. Like I said, we've got 1,200 students, but then we have somewhere between 90 and 100 full-time faculty members. So a really good student to faculty ratio. It's a great place to go if you really want to build relationships with your faculty. That's kind of really the core value at Lycoming, is that we really have a great community. You know, you really get to know the people in the community, faculty get to know you. So it's not uncommon for you to really get a lot of great opportunities to work directly with the faculty, you know, and have more of a relationship, more collaboration than if you kind of get lost as a number. real briefly, a couple of our most popular majors, since most people are wondering that: psychology, criminal justice, business, accounting, and then kind of the arts, and then also the sciences. So music, art, theater are very popular, and then any of the natural sciences, biology, chemistry, and astrophysics is really taking off. So really lots of different things. Despite us being a smaller school, we have a ton of majors. We're adding more. So by the time y'all would arrive here, if you chose to come to Lycoming, we would have even more majors. So we're really excited. Something that's a little bit unique about Lycoming is we really took the idea of internships and practical experience to the next level. So we actually require our students to do at least one enhanced academic experience during their 4 years. So every student, in addition to having a faculty advisor to make sure that you're on the right track for your courses, will also have a career advisor that's specific to the field that you want to work in. And they're there to help you find these practical experiences. So internships, field work, high-level research projects, study abroad all over the world, and other things like professional development. This individual is there specifically to help you with. So this is great, and this is why we're so successful at finding our students employment after college. So we're really proud of that center that we have on campus, and really the way that they come to you and find you. You don't have to go out of your way to find an internship. That person is already there working with you on those professional things. In terms of student life, we are a lively campus. Our 1,200 students are very active students. About a third of our students are student athletes. We are Division III, and we currently have 17 varsity sports, but we just added 2 more. So we will officially have a baseball team here soon, as well as a women's field hockey. It's very ironic that we're just adding a baseball team, because if you have heard of Williamsport, it's most likely because we're the home of the Little League World Series. So another cool thing to check out if you're ever here, we get to host the Little League World Series every year, so that's always really exciting. But beyond that, we also love to take advantage of our outdoors. We have an outdoor leadership and education program. So they sponsor about 100 trips per year into the outdoors in Pennsylvania and some of the neighboring states. And those are all free for students, except for maybe 2 trips a year where they go a little bit further away. And just a ton of other things happening on campus. We have over 80 clubs and organizations, so there really is something for everybody to get involved in outside of the classroom to really add that next layer to your experience. And that is all I have, but like I said, please do check out our website at lycoming.edu and engage with us more if you want to learn more. I could really talk way longer, but obviously have to respect everyone's time. So thank you.
Tori, thanks so much for that great presentation. And yes, you're right, that 6 minutes does go by super fast. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you the University of Arizona.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Lillian Dotran. I'm the regional recruiter from the University of Arizona. So I'm actually based in Seattle, Washington. And I'll also share my contact information with you too. So the University of Arizona, we are ranked top 100 best colleges in the US and top 40 public universities. So these are just some of our most recent rankings. We are located in Tucson. So we're in Southern Arizona, about 2 hours south of Phoenix. We are a pretty large public university. We are on 1 square mile, so our campus is large, but not too large, still easily accessible, easy to navigate and get around. And our student body is about 45,000, close to 46,000 total. So I mentioned we are a really large public university. Our undergraduate population is 35,000. But at a really large university, our average class size is 20 to 29. So we are still committed in providing you with a more individualized classroom experience. And our student to faculty ratio is 15:1. Our professors do have open office hours, which is great for such a large university of our size. You will have some lecture hall style courses, maybe your first year, but for the most part, once you're in your major, you're more classroom based with maybe 30 to 35 students. We offer 250 different degrees for undergraduate, graduate, and post-grad levels. I'll go over some most popular ones and things that we are known for. Our astronomy and astrophysics is very well known just because of where we're located, Arizona. We even have laws in place that are light laws. Our business school, Eller College of Management, is ranked top 20 in the nation for public business schools. We have a medical school, so students can do that pre-med option in physiology or biology and chemistry. We have a very well-known dance program ranked Juilliard. So as you can see, we offer a lot of different majors. Students can double major and they can minor as well. We are the only AAU member in Arizona, which stands for the Association of American Universities. What we do is we provide students with those research opportunities. We are a Research One institution, so our students are involved in all different types of research. A big one is OSIRIS-REx with NASA for our students interested in astrophysics and astronomy, where we're getting the closest sample of an asteroid to Earth. And there's a lot of ways to get involved. So research is one of them. Our students do get internship opportunities. Students can go study abroad. We have over 600 different clubs and organizations. We do have sports. We also have Greek life. We're Division I in the Pac-12 conference. Another great way to really find your family away from home at such a large university is by participating in one of our student cultural centers. And we have 8 on our campus. These cultural centers have events that they're known for. They just provide a community to students just to have that family away from home. We have 23 dorms at the U of A. Although we do not require students to live on campus, it is highly recommended and highly encouraged because there are so many benefits to living in the dorms. About 8,000 of our first-year students live on campus. I mentioned we're in Tucson. We do get a lot of sunshine. We get over 300 days of sunshine, which you're probably used to. And there's a lot to do. If you like the outdoors, there's a lot of things to do as far as biking, hiking, and there's miles and miles of trail in the area. We also have a downtown area. So it's Arizona's second largest city, but it definitely feels more like a college town. Now, as far as the application process, we're on the Common App, Coalition, and then we have our own University of Arizona app. And these are the kind of classes that we're looking for when you apply to the University of Arizona. And we call these our core courses. We have a guaranteed tuition plan, meaning your tuition stays the same all 4 years, which is a great way to help you budget and really know how much you're paying. And we do offer some really great scholarships. We are test blind this year as well as for next year. So our merit scholarships are based on your core unweighted GPA freshman through junior year. So those classes that I mentioned a few slides back. Wherever you fall in this chart is your guaranteed scholarship per year, and it is renewable. So you can have this for your 4 years. Architecture is our 5-year program. So if you're doing architecture, then it'll cover you for the 5 years. We have a lot of great virtual options. So we do have virtual campus tours on our website. And if you happen to visit us in person next month, we'll start offering some in-person opportunities. But I do recommend visiting us virtually because we have a lot of info sessions as well as the tour. And this is my contact information, so you are more than welcome to reach out to me if you have any specific questions, and I'm more than happy to help.
Thanks so much to you, Lillian, and the University of Arizona. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Rochester Institute of Technology. And don't forget, you can put those questions in the Q&A at any time. Take it away whenever you're ready. You might be on mute.
There we go. Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. Aloha. My name is Sue-Lynn Hauer. I'm a Senior Associate Director at the Rochester Institute of Technology. RIT's main campus is located in Rochester, New York. We're home to 16,000 students, including approximately 13,500 undergraduates. If you do include our international campuses in Croatia, Dubai, Kosovo, and China, RIT's total enrollment is over 19,000, making us one of the largest private universities in the country. Students come from all 50 states and more than 90 countries. Even though we are a large university, Our average class size is about 22 students, and our student faculty ratio is 13:1. Also, all RIT classes are faculty taught. RIT is home to 9 academic colleges, and we offer close to 90 different majors and programs. We have programs in everything from engineering, science, computing, game design, health sciences, engineering technology, art, design, photography, film and animation, business, as well as liberal arts. So the variety of STEM and non-STEM programs allow RIT students to create some interesting combinations of majors and minors, double majors, and even the ability to design their own unique program through our School of Individualized Studies. Our general education courses are spread throughout your years at RIT, so it gives you the ability to take courses within your major and your program from the very beginning. Experiential learning is very important to RIT's educational style. Experiential learning can take many different forms. However, we're best known for our cooperative education program, or co-op for short. If you haven't heard of the term co-op before, think of it as kind of a form of internship, but the difference being that co-ops are full-time, paid professional work experiences. We work with 3,400 employment partners in all 50 states, as well as 30 countries. There are many benefits to experiencing co-ops and participating in co-ops. Of course, it's a chance to apply what you're learning in the classroom in a real-world work experience. It helps confirms that you've made the right choice as your degree program. You have the opportunity to network with professionals in your field. And it's very common for RIT students to receive job offers from one of their co-op employers. You get paid, which is also a bonus. And then finally, you're adding to your professional resume. For our class of 2019, our outcome rate was 94%. That includes the vast majority of going into full-time employment. Here you can see a sampling of our major employers, and you can view detailed career outcome related information by going to joboutlook.rit.edu. One of our other experiential learning opportunities is in undergraduate research. It's available as early as your first year on a part-time basis or during the academic year, or full-time over the summer. RIT is an R2 university with $78 million in sponsored research in areas such as photonics, cybersecurity, imaging science, personalized healthcare technology, astronomy, digital media, sustainability, and many more. So there's also plenty to do on campus. You'll never be bored with more than 300 different clubs and organizations, from religious groups, environmental, multicultural, artistic, athletics. There are over 1,300 student-run activities that take place at the university each year. If you are interested in playing a varsity sport, RIT is a Division III university, with the exception of men's and women's hockey, which is Division I. We also have more than 1,000 students participating in performing arts each year. It can range anywhere from theater to improv, dance, music ensembles. We do offer minors in music as well as theater. At RIT, we have different criteria based on a major and program that a student is applying to, and that's called differential admissions. So in reviewing over differential admissions, we're looking at a holistic process of application review. Regardless of the major and the program that you're applying to, the most important factor is certainly going to be your academic record. RIT has adopted an SAT/ACT optional policy for 2021 applicants and beyond, so it's a permanent change for us. Finally, to make RIT education affordable, we do offer both need-based and merit-based scholarships. Last year, RIT awarded over $300 million in financial assistance. For need-based consideration, you'll need to apply through the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA. And in addition, all students who are admitted are also considered for merit-based scholarships. Finally, I do encourage you to connect with us through many different forms. We are offering in-person tours in small groups. So if you're able to make it to Western New York, to Rochester and RIT, please do so. You can go to our website at rat.edu/visit for in-person opportunities as well as virtual opportunities. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Sue Lynn, to you and Rochester Institute of Technology. Next up, I have the opportunity to introduce to you Colorado Mesa University. Take it away, Priscilla, whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. And thank you for your time. Okay. All right. So my name is Priscilla. I'm an admissions counselor with Colorado Mesa University, also an alumni who graduated in 2016 with my bachelor's in business, also coming from Hawaii. So I grew up on the island of Oahu, and first generation in my family decided to pursue higher education at CMU. So we are located in Grand Junction, Colorado, which is about 4 hours west of Denver and 20 minutes from the border of Utah. So kind of gives you an idea of where we're located on the map. We serve 11,000 students, so we're definitely not a large school, mid-sized school, perfect for personalized education. We serve 35 countries and 47 states with 114 majors you guys can choose from, ranging from your certificate all the way to your doctorate levels. We are also not a research institute, so you don't ever have to worry about being taught by a TA. All of our classes are being taught by professors, and professors are not allowed to do any type of research unless it's research with the students. 88% of your classes have less than 40 students. So once you do get into your major core classes, you're looking at 1 to 21 faculty to student ratio. My biggest class that I got to experience was about 25 students, and the smallest is about 15 students. So again, that personalized education, transitioning from high school to college is very easy for me, and it played a big role in my success. I do want to go over our top 6 majors. So again, 114 majors you guys can choose from. Top 6 would be your our nursing program, business, criminal justice, mechanical engineering, exercise science, and biology. And I do want to go over the scary part of college as well, which is the cost. And I do want to let you know that Hawaii is a WUI school. So it is a sister school to CMU. So what that means is, as long as you are coming from Hawaii and you have a 2.5 GPA or higher, you'll automatically be awarded WUI upon admission. So you'll want to pay attention to this middle column right here. That tuition cost is based off of 30 credit hours a year, assuming you take 15 each semester, which is the average to graduate within 4 years. And that middle number there with your meal plan and residence hall average, that can change depending on which residence hall you choose and what meal plan you choose to go with it. As a freshman and sophomore, we do require you guys to live in the dorms those first 2 years. The first year is mandatory. However, the second year, we have more leniency there. But we do kind of like our students to stay on campus. It is a great way for you guys to get acclimated to campus and have all the resources right there available to you. We do not have any tuition differential program, so that means that regardless of what major you're in, you'll be paying that same tuition cost across the board all 4 years. And we can also stack other scholarships on top of WUI, so very stackable. And as long as you maintain that 2.5 GPA throughout your college career at CMU, you'll be awarded the WUI program every single year. So some ways to offset that cost, we do have renewable merit scholarships that students can be reviewed for upon admission. And what we look at is your SAT or ACT GPA and your class ranking. You do have to meet any 2 out of the 3 to qualify for any of the bottom scholarships. So the highest being our distinguished scholarship of $6,000 a year, as long as, again, you meet any 2 out of the 3. We are test optional this year. Don't know what that looks like yet for fall 2022. Some more details to come on that. But let's say you weren't able to take the SAT or ACT, now it'll be based upon your GPA and your class ranking. We do super score. So what that means is we'll take the highest test score out of each test subject and combine it together to give you the highest possible score. GPA and class ranking is based off of the weighted scale on a 4-point scale, taking into consideration your AP courses. We also have first-generation scholarships that you guys can apply to. Will be awarded upon admission as long as you have a 3.0 GPA or higher, and you're on your FAFSA, you mark that neither of your parents graduated from a 4-year university. We also have our leadership, athletic, and departmental scholarships, in addition to our CMU Foundation scholarships that students can apply to every single year on October 1st, along with the FAFSA. We have over 200 scholarships available to you guys, and all you have to do is just complete one general application. Some things that I do want to go over before going into the application process is we do have lots of things for you guys to get involved in on campus. So we have over 200 clubs and organizations with over 3,000 student-run events. We have the outdoor program because we are in the prime location for any outdoor recreational activities. So really anything that ends with ing, minus surfing. Don't quite have the ocean. However, we do have the Colorado River just floating down our backyard, which is one of my favorite summer activities to do with my friends every single year. One of our clubs that we do have on campus is called our Ho'olokahi Polynesian Student Alliance, and we do serve a large population of students from Hawaii or just from the islands in the South Pacific. So it's kind of a home away from home for you, and I definitely graduated from there and I love my experience there. So if you are interested in applying, we will be on the common application opening up on August 1st. If you're a senior, you can still apply, rolling admissions, and you can apply again directly on our website. You're more than welcome to reach out to me, as I will be your direct point of contact as you begin the process. Thank you.
Priscilla, thanks so much to you in Colorado Mesa University. Great presentation. Our final school you'll get to hear from tonight is Ohio Wesleyan University.
Everyone. My name is Courtney Dunn, and I am an Assistant Director of Admission here at Ohio Wesleyan University. Ohio Wesleyan is a small liberal arts school located just outside of Columbus, Ohio, in a small town called Delaware, Ohio. So a brief overview, just a little bit more about us. We have 1,400 students on campus at any given time that come from 44 different states. The next most represented state after Ohio is California. So we do have students coming from all over the country. 27% of our students are either international students or multicultural students. 95% of our recent graduates are either employed or in graduate school. Within 6 months of graduation, 29% of our students will personalize their major. So we're really known for students personalizing their degree paths or really making their own journey through college, which I'll talk a little bit more about. Approximately 37% of our students are athletes, but if you add club sports and intramural sports to that as well, it ups to about 70% of our students participating in some type of athletic experience on campus. But we do have 24 varsity sports for students to choose from. And our students are very service oriented and complete an average of 45,000 hours total every year among all of our students on campus. So our students are very giving to the community that we're a part of. We also have a small class size, so our student to faculty ratio is 10:1 with an average class size of about 15. So we really focus on that one-on-one attention from professors. You can have a class of 2 students and we're still going to host that class because 2 students or 1 student have signed up for it. And we want those students to be able to have that opportunity. And then in the middle there, you can see 91% of recent graduates will have an OWU connection experience. I should also preface that we call ourselves OWU. And so we have this program called the OWU Connection, and this is how we categorize all of our out of the classroom learning. So we categorize these things in 3 ways: think big, go global, and get real. So what do I mean by those things? When we say think big, we're really talking about our research opportunities. When I say go global, we're talking about those travel experiences, whether that's traveling abroad for a full semester, or doing what we call a theory to practice grant or a travel learning course, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then Get Real is where we categorize internships and externship type experiences. So Eva is a student that has graduated from Ohio Wesleyan, and I think this journey really gives you a picture of what our students are experiencing. So it's not just what you do in the classroom, but what you do outside of the classroom as well. So Eva had the chance to do multiple travel learning courses, one to the Galapagos Islands and one to Costa Rica, where you study on our campus for a full semester, and you travel for 2 to 3 weeks in May at the end of the semester. So it's a really great opportunity if you don't want to commit to that full semester abroad, still have that travel component. You can also see that she did 2 OWU connection grants, or what we call a theory to practice grant, where you can write a grant to the university saying what you want to do, why you want to do it, and the funding that you need, and the university can fund it. So Eva went to Panama to study endangered frogs, but also had the chance to use her double major to study cast iron practices in Birmingham, Alabama. And those 2 experiences were fully funded by the university, covering her housing, her travel, her research, and everything that she did when she was doing those experiences. Eva also had the chance to do multiple internships. So one at the Stratford Nature Preserve, which is right off of our campus, having the chance to work with the National Aquarium in Baltimore, and then going to work at the Columbus Zoo, which is just a 20-minute drive from our campus. So our students really are combining all of these experiences outside of the classroom to equal up to the jobs that they're doing or having access to when they graduate. So they don't just have a degree, but they also have a lot of experiences to talk about the things that they want to do when they graduate. So like I said, we are located in Columbus, Ohio, which is the 14th largest city we're located just outside of Columbus, and which is the 14th largest city in the United States. So a lot of our students are doing internships and things like that in Columbus, whether it's during the school year or over the summer. But they'll also go into Columbus just to enjoy a Blue Jackets game or a Columbus Crew game, which is our soccer team and our hockey team in Columbus. So our small town of Delaware, I like to describe as a nice hallmark town. When you walk into the restaurant, people are going to know you. They're going to want to get to know your name, especially at the coffee shops that you frequent. They're probably going to know your order by the 5th or 6th time that you walk in there, because it is a small town, and our students really contribute to the local businesses, whether it's working at those local businesses, frequenting them, or participating in what we call First Friday, where the main street of our town just shuts down and everyone comes out and does fundraisers, and there's a parade sometimes and things like that. So we do have a nice community feel to our small town. So we do have over 70 different majors for students to choose from. The 5 most popular are zoology, business, politics and government, health and human genetics, and psychology. And the last thing I'll mention tonight is that we do have lots of different renovation projects happening on campus. So our first year students will have a brand new residence hall. Our seniors will have a brand new apartment complex, and our basketball team and volleyball team will also have a brand new space as well. So COVID has given us the chance to really expand our facilities. And so I appreciate you hearing more about Ohio Wesleyan, and I'll put my contact information and ways to connect with us in the chat.
Thank you, Courtney, to you and Ohio Wesleyan University. I would now like to invite all of our panelists to turn back on their cameras for a quick round robin question and answer. So I'm going to ask you either what's your favorite event or tradition on campus, or you can choose to answer, give an interesting or fun fact about your school. So we'll start again with Weber State University.
Well, I'm a little bit disheveled right now because football is a big deal here at the university. A matter of fact, our football team right now is ranked, is playing spring football right now because we're in Division I, but we play in the football championship series. And our football team just won our football game today on a last second Hail Mary 50-yard pass. And so it's going to hit all ESPN and it's going to be all over today if you get a chance to see. But our football team, so we're a little bit excited. And if I'm a little bit disheveled, it's because I've been watching highlights of a 50-yard pass that's happening just over here at the stadium that happened about the same time we were presenting. And so football is a big deal. So that's our fun one.
Congratulations.
Watch ESPN tonight.
Tori, whenever you're ready.
All right, great. Yeah, so I guess the one I would point out, fun tradition, I have not been here to witness this because I just started in June, and of course COVID has changed the world, but one that our students really appreciate, and I think that really represents the community feel of our campus, is each year for Thanksgiving, our campus kind of hosts a dinner for our students. And it's great because our faculty, so professors and then also staff, will actually serve the food to students. So they always appreciate that. It's a nice way for them to get to know their faculty a little bit better, kind of more on a personal level. And it's really great for the students that do come from out of state and might not get to go home for those meals. So really great for them to have the opportunity to still, you know, experience a holiday or that type of meal, you know, while staying on campus. So that would definitely be the one I would point out.
I love that. The University of Arizona.
Yeah, so pre-COVID, so 2020, 2021 is a little different, but we have an event on campus called Spring Fling, and it's typically in April, and it's pretty much a carnival. It's a fair on campus, so the community gets to participate. And the coolest part is that it's student ran, so our students are the ones in charge of everything pretty much for this event.
Very fun. Let's cross our fingers that it's back in action next school year. Next is Sue Lynn from Rochester Institute of Technology.
Hi. So my favorite event on campus is Imagine RIT. Arizona just talked about their festival. So RIT's Imagine RIT Festival is an innovation and creativity festival that happens every year. This year it is virtual, but traditionally it's a one-day festival where there are about 400 different exhibits by students showcasing their creativity and their innovation. There's technical projects, artistic and creative projects, and we usually get about 30,000 attendees to the festival. So it's a community festival. It kicks off the festival season in the Rochester area.
Sounds fun. And Colorado Mesa.
Hey again, so a tradition that we have that's one of my favorite is every single year the Holokahi Polynesian Student Alliance Student Club hosts a luau, an annual luau every single year where it's again put on by the club. So you get to come and experience our culture, the Polynesian culture, along with food. We have families that actually fly out from Hawaii to come out and attend, and it's open to the community. Our next one is actually coming up this Saturday. So we will keep you all in spirit. And if you have any relatives that go to CMU, definitely check out those pictures that will be coming.
Awesome. And finally, Ohio Wesleyan University.
So one of my favorite traditions on campus is orientation, which I know every school has orientation, but ours is called Camp OWU. And so you actually arrive to campus and we take all of our students off campus after you've just arrived, and you get to go camping for a few days if you want to, or you can go do high ropes courses for a few days and stay in cabins, or you can go do service in our small town. And so it's a really great way to get to know people. We're not just on campus, but we're helping you get to know people outside of that academic realm and really helping you connect to whether you love camping or doing high ropes courses and team building activities, or really passionate about serving your community. So I think that's a really unique way for our students to dive into our community right when they arrive to campus.
I love it. Thank you guys all so much for sharing your wonderful presentations this afternoon of your colleges and universities. Thanks for those of you watching. Thanks so much for joining us. There'll be a quick 4-question survey as you close out, so provide us with some feedback. There is one more whole hour of session, so if you enjoyed this format, please sign up for additional ones. This was recorded and will be available within 1 week at strivescan.com/Hawaii. And best wishes with your college search process, and hopefully we'll see you sometime soon. Bye, everyone.